Gay. I just seen this video on my For You or whatever you call that shit. Clomethazine, bro. I don't know what the fuck happened to my nigga, man. I used to listen to Bro like hard when I was in middle school and shit like that. I thought Bro was gonna be, who I thought he was gonna be. I don't know, but his music was hard to me. You feel me? So I'm trying to see what happens.
Listen, I don't know who Frank Cole is. I hope Clomethazine didn't get laced, but he has a whole new persona, and this is the craziest transformation I've ever seen. Listen, bro, I don't know who Frank Cole is. I hope Clomethazine didn't get laced, but he has a whole new persona, and this is the craziest transformation I've ever seen in rap. And we'll get to Frank Cole in a second, and I think he's like speaking German now or something.
Okay, bro, straight to a clip. Ich bin zurück in November. This is someone with credit.
Nah, bro. This ain't right. Whoever did this to Clomethazine needs to pay. So we're gonna go ahead and flash back to the year 2018. This guy right here, rap name Clomethazine, real name Frank Childress, out of East St. Louis, would put his foot into the mainstream sound. A song by the name of Bands would be posted on SoundCloud before it got deleted because of a song slump.
Bands, that's our chance. Talking. Take all your opinions, that's bands. Bitch, you don't talk, talking. Want me to do my dance.
But it was at the #1 spot. It was a viral song, and everyone was like, who is this Clomethazine guy? We need to hear more from him, causing him to drop his first album, Bosky, in August of 2018, and the album sold between 50 and 100K first week. Now with Clomethazine, we're not gonna get a song longer than a minute and 40 seconds, and we're not gonna get a song shorter than a minute. He made these ringtone songs, but it was a minute and 30 seconds of just heat.
I got too much to do. I need another day. Bitch, I ain't caught up in the stew. I got too much to say.
Like when it came to punching in, just delivering bars, Clomethazine was.
That nigga said he make music for your ringtone song. That nigga's stupid.
I got too much to do. I need another day. Bitch, I ain't caught up in the stew.
I don't know if that's disrespectful
when it
or
came to
not.
punching in, just delivering bars, Clomethazine was up there, bro. I can't even lie. Like all the short music stuff. Oh, he didn't make songs long enough. It was good music though. Which I know XXL Freshman is kind of watered down, especially now in 2025. But back in 2019, it was still fairly popular, and he was an XXL Freshman of 2019. And this was after he released Bosky 2 in January of 2019, which didn't have a single song over 2 minutes. It didn't get much great reviews, and you'll see a common theme here with all his albums, them all being called Bosky. But if we get to the 2019 cypher, yeah.
Used to be hurt for the cash, now that I'm rich I can sit on my ass. AK-47 Max, switching from semi to full automatic. I got me a bitch, she the baddest, but she's trying to leave me, she don't like my habits.
Come on, bro. Wait, this be good.
When I roll up this pressure boy, it's not a question, you know that I'm not gonna pass it. Niggas wonder why I'm 17, never put your buddy in the casket. Came up a clean 54 bezel, 8 for the neck and 5 for the jacket. This is a big chain, big chopper with aim, in case a nigga wanna snatch it. Look through the scope frame and aim at his brain. Boom.
Now was it bad? No. Was it great? Absolutely not. But then he would release another album later in 2019, Bosky 3.5. Instead of 3, it's 3.5, and you could see a common theme with the sales from Bosky 1 to this Bosky 3.5. They have gone down tremendously from 50K to 100K on Bosky 1. Now on Bosky 3.5, we got 13,000 album sales. My personal favorite song from Bosky 3.5 is the song Stand.
Smoke my dope, get face in my mansion. Also, it's heat, I'm in my living room dancing.
That song didn't even sound like a song, it just sounded like someone talking. That's why I liked it, you know, it was something new. And I think this was around the time I stopped listening to Clomethazine in school and stuff. He just didn't have a lot of hits on Bosky 3.5, but even after 3.5 flopping, his cool fan base wanted Bosky 4. And while doing some research for this video, I came across this Reddit before Bosky 4 dropped. This is a Reddit post from 5 years ago. I love Clomethazine, but I'm worried about his future. Saying, I have been a fan of Clomethazine for a while now, and this year I'm getting worried that he will play out or that Bosky 4 flops, but I hope not. And that worry that fan had, it's almost like they predicted the future. Bosky 4 would sell a whopping 7,000 US copies and only peak 177 on the charts. But this is where sales don't mean anything, because in my opinion, Bosky 4 had some of Clomethazine's hottest hits, 556. We'll go through a bunch of these songs, but it kind of brought me back to listening to Clomethazine, but a lot of the songs on the the album were leaks, single leaks that he just ended up throwing onto an album. So the sales really don't show the full story when it comes to Bosky 4. Like all these views right here, man, if I got these views, boy, but look, all these views is from Bosky 4. All these music videos or songs off the Bosky 4 album, they just got perceived better individually rather than them all being in an album together. Technically, most of the music videos came out before Bosky 4 was released, so people really heard the music already, so they probably didn't want to listen to it again. So I guess you could call it lazy too, you know, not making new music. But also, who wants to make new music when you're constantly getting your music leaked? Like, I get that also.
Hey, I don't know nothing about no album sale. It's 2020, you feel me? So, but when it comes to streams, stupid Bosky 4 did about 17 million first night. So shout out to the code.
Get it crackin', bitch, I live for action. Came in with an AK-47, fully automatic. They was so deep, but I had one spot. We got more heat, so please come back. Spin back. Wanna know what you meant by this old crack? It's some old Air Max. I'm toast up, cause I'm always solo. Bitch think it look like I'm Pogo. Single life for me because I chose to be a cheater. Don't know when I style, I pull up just me and my heat.
Like, bro, that's all Bosky 4, and to sell 7K is just diabolical to me. Like, yeah, if you wanted to listen to Comethezine's full catalog, it would only take you an hour out of your day to listen to all his music, but you really think it's the length of his music on why the heat of Comethazine died down throughout the years? Why couldn't Comethazine last longer than 2 years in the mainstream rap scene? Now, a year after Bosky 4 dropped, we would actually get an album that's now called Bosky in 2021 called Comethazine, the album. Which also, that's my bad, a year before this, he released Pandemic, the album. That's also the other album that's not called Bosky, but, you know, I didn't talk about that album for a reason. Comethazine, the album, this would be the first time we would see Comethazine not get the numbers he was getting from 2018 to 2020. 2021, we're not going to say Comethazine flopped with this album, but if you try looking up information for how much Comethazine, the album, sold, you just can't find it, and we'll put that there. But if we go a year later to 2022, the very last Comethazine album we would get before the wild transformation, Bosky 5, yes. And this album wouldn't even make the charts at all. Someone even asking in the Reddit how much it sold because you can't get the information. 15 copies. Bro went triple tinfoil. Someone else even saying it went double aluminum foil. Yeah, if you can't tell, I'm not trying to be mean, but yeah, Bosky 5 absolutely flopped to the bottom of the sea. So if we go to March of 2024, we would get the first glimpse at Frank Cole as Comethazine would post these pictures on his Instagram, even with the video of him strumming the guitar. Now this is just simple. There's one of two things that happened here. Comethazine either got laced, took the bad perk, whatever, or he was trying to save a rap career that died by putting on a new persona, and I think that's pretty smart. And I don't want to sit here and trash on people's careers. Like, Comethazine had a great career, but I don't want to just not state the obvious that his career was going downhill. But he would post 2 videos in June of 2024 of him on the guitar, and he's actually talented. It actually brought him to the tears a little bit. When you know but she keeps sucking. Oh, my bad. Squidward, Frank Cole's handsome Squidward. What do they call that? Growth. That's what it is, growth. This isn't just growth though, this is exponential goddamn growth. Now if you look up Comethazine or Frank Cole on YouTube, you'll see a channel that says Frank Cole, and there's a song on there, Smokestack Lightning, or if you want to call it a song, when I watched it, it was more like a movie trailer. Bro, how you go from toting ARs, bro? You know what I'm saying? To this, like, I'm not questioning it, but I am. Mushrooms. But I just found this transformation very interesting, and I suggest you guys go watch the Smokestack Lightning stuff, you know what I'm saying? You know, the video, and go check it out for yourself, because I can't show you guys the full video, and then go.
Yeah, that shit is interesting, though. You feel me? Like we said, bro had them hits, but he probably, man. Bro, used to these, probably about more than half, probably about 30% SoundCloud rappers, they been fell off. You feel me? That's only a few of them. You feel me? That was a good area. I feel me? That was a good area. You feel me? That shit was crazy. I'm finna get up out of here, man. Y'all be straight, fool. I'm out.